I had a burning bush experience here at Lake Junaluska back as a teenager coming to youth camp one summer in 1966. And a voice inside said, "Dave, I'm waiting to light you up, and I want you to be a minister." Well, I said, no, I'm not going to be a preacher. And so I began that journey, and several times after that, finished in college, began teaching and coaching, working with young people. Each time I would feel that calling saying, "Dave, I want you to be a preacher." I say, "Now, Lord, you and I didn't talk about this. I didn't told you I don't want to be a preacher." Fast forward to 1984, 18 years later from my burning bush experience at Junaluska, and a voice just as audible as I'm talking to you now on this thing said, "Dave, I want you to be a preacher, and I'm not going to ask you again." And from that moment, I realized it wasn't about what Dave wanted. It was about what God wanted for my life, and that I never was going to be happy until I completely surrendered and at least explored that. And that was in March of 1984, and God's been opening doors. I really felt like my calling as a minister has been to not to start new churches or not to go into the foreign mission field, but to go into churches that's gotten a little stagnant or stuck. I know a lot of times we think about just sort of riding off into the sunset, but for me, the church is in a changing mode, transitioning, and with the different cultures and all the different ways that we look at life today. You know, I'm enjoying and find that refreshing to see new ways that we present Jesus, and finding young people in confirmation and all who are interested to learn about Jesus, and people are asking questions about wanting to be Bible study. And so while some thinks maybe the church is going down the toilet, I see all sorts of new horizons, and I believe that God is going to prevail in the church, and the world still needs God more today than it ever has. I am Dave Cash, and I am called.